So, Rodney, let's move on to second to last thing, potentially here. Well, there was the DNC convention this week. Biden gave his speech. I saw a couple of highlights of that. And some of the other things and some of the entertainment that the DNC chose was absurd. But basically a convention done on Zoom almost entirely, with the exception of, I believe, Biden's speech last night, which was sort of in an outdoor venue. Did you catch any of the DNC? And I'll also...
Oh, God,
you didn't catch any? No. Not even a bit?
No, I don't listen to political speeches. I read them later, much faster. And allows you to skip chunks and move along. So no, I did not catch it.
Okay, so since that's so boring, next week we have the RNC convention running Monday through Thursday. It's basically going to be did you have something?
Yeah, let's back up. It's not that the convention was boring.
Okay. Well,
it's that the speeches are boring. Okay. We nominated Joe Biden, who has been running for a very long time, and we nominated Kamala Harris. And so it is historic that we as a nation, one party in this nation, nominated a woman who is Black and Indian descent to the second highest office in the nation. And many people, including myself, think that as a stepping stone to the highest office in the nation. And so that's pretty amazing. And that's worth stepping up and going, wow, this is awesome. Now, how we all got here, I get it. And frankly, I think it was kind of silly of Joe Biden when he said long ago, well, I'm going to nominate a woman. It's like, so you're dismissing half of the people who could be qualified here, right? And so nominate the best person for the job. And there's no question that Kamala Harris has qualifications, right? As a prosecutor, a city attorney, and a sitting senator. Right. I don't agree with her on politics in some way. And as we've talked about before, she's a pragmatist. And so her politics do change some. But that's not the point. The point is looking at it and going, yeah, anybody, right? It goes back to the thing. Anybody can be president of the United States or vice president of the United States. And that's pretty awesome. So I was a fan of that.
Well,
I'm a fan of that.
Well said. Now, can I ask you then, what could these conventions do for their broadcast to make these more interesting for you to maybe connect what's happening on the ground, or maybe some of these milestones or whatever, to make people want to watch them?
Well, there would have to be some sort of metric allowed to gauge somebody speaking for platitudes, half-truths, and essentially baiting, right? Mm-hmm. Baiting the other side. And if you did any of those things, you got an electric shock. And I would be a big fan. Now, this is for any party. Anybody, right? This is not specific to the DNC or the RNC, right? But anytime you start to go off on something that talks about, there's some terrible things here and we need to change them or else we're all going to die tomorrow because this is the most important. However many elections you've lived through all of the most important elections in the history of the United States. Because it's always said, and it's like, seriously, you deserve, a little pop when you say that to perhaps course correct and get you back to talking about something that's actually going to make a difference and be important to me.
It's hilarious. Right now, I'm typing in the chat here, Rodney, asking everyone, should we shock politicians for lying? And then a follow-up there is lethal or non-lethal?
Definitely not. Okay. I'm not about hurting anybody. I'm about attention getting. And so, just a little jolt to say, hey, man, let's course correct. Let's get back to talking about your policies, what you are going to do, how that's going to affect people. Let's be on point.
And as mentioned earlier, Rodney, the RNC will have their convention next Monday through Thursday, with Trump accepting the nomination from, I believe, the White House lawn on Thursday night. How many shocks would the president get during his speech running into your regime?
I'm telling you, it's got to go both ways, right? I'm a fan of the equality here, and so if you're going to put that little thing on your finger that gives you the little zap, then everybody's got to wear it. So
I assume you. I love this. So you won't be watching any of the RNC either, then? Okay, I'll probably watch Trump's speech just because I like the zingers sometimes. It kind of cracks me up, but I may not watch the entire thing.